If any of you guys are new here, I am known as Mochi here on YouTube. I am a dictional artist and started realism this year actually. If you guys are interested in art, feel free to check out my page. I already know bro is gonna cook. Thank you so much. And welcome to the live stream. If you are new here, feel free to check out my page. I am a realism artist. If any of you guys are wondering what app I'm using, I am actually using Procreate. And I am currently using the flat brush and the painting section as well. Pretty much use that brush for anything, besides blending, of course. All I can draw is eyes, lol. I've been drawing for about 8 to 9 years now. I started, I believe, dictional art in maybe 2023, around there. So I was traditionally a traditional artist and pretty much drawing my entire life until 2023. That's when I started dictional art. And this year I have been studying realism. It's a good thing to practice as much as you can because that does really help progress your skill in art. And it's okay to take breaks now and then as well. As artists, we do get pretty exhausted. I do apologize for the background noise, guys. I don't know if you can hear the cars in the background or not, but I do apologize for that. I'm studying anatomy to draw people. People are one of my favorite things to draw, besides obviously food. Food is really fun to draw too, which is currently what I'm doing with this page. If you guys haven't seen my previous live streams, I am filling this page up with realism foods. So the first time I drew an egg, and now I'm currently drawing this cupcake. Right now, I'm just working on putting those base layers down and then kind of blending it towards the end. I will be live for a little bit today, and as soon as I'm done with this live stream, you guys know that I like to put up the next live stream schedule. It won't be up right away, I would say, because sometimes I do like to see what I have to do throughout the week, but I will have that up soon. I think this is probably going to be the hardest part of this piece, is probably the cherry. I do have to find a couple brushes to kind of mimic that texture. Hello, welcome. Yeah, usually I tend to go live more on the weekends. Lately, it's been mostly on Saturdays. Hopefully, I can kind of keep a live schedule for that. If you guys haven't already, I posted a short today of a progress with one of my pieces. It should be part 3, I believe. If you guys haven't saw that yet or liked it, please feel free to go check that out. Jumping spiders. Some spiders are actually pretty cute. Some of them are very creepy, I would say, though. Like the giant ones that have like very fuzzy legs, those ones kind of creep me out. chest, they're so cute. I'll definitely have to find some pictures of those later. I do like discovering new animals and bugs. Once this entire cupcake drawing is all laid out with the base colors and blended, I will start to add some of that highlighting in there with the drips and stuff. So don't worry about that, guys. Trust me, I am not going to forget about that. That's what is going to make it feel more alive. Let's just say that. Just a little subscriber count update. We are at 15,118. So we kind of got out of that fluctuation point. I was kind of fluctuating between like 15,000 and like 30 or something like that to like 60. But I'm very glad we got out of that fluctuation. Hello, welcome. If any of you guys are artists here, feel free to pull out your sketchbooks or your iPads, whatever you guys draw on, and just draw along with me. Sometimes drawing along with other people does spark a little bit of creativity, especially if you guys have art block. Currently drawing a dog right now. That's super, super fun. Animals are so adorable to draw. I used to be like obsessed with drawing, I think, alligators, maybe even bunnies when I was younger. And who knows, guys, maybe once I progress a little bit more with realism, maybe I'll be able to put out a piece for you guys. I kind of am interested in drawing like a baby deer. I think they're called fawns, I believe. But maybe like one that's like curled up in the grass or something. That'll be kind of cute. Just trying to slowly push in some of those very dark colors here. I will be trying to get some drawing done tonight as well with some of the pieces I'm working on. One of them, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to post it or not. If you guys have been here for a minute, you guys know why. Of course, as a realism artist, we draw like things that we see, or things like this, or celebrities, singers, to kind of just practice on anatomy, especially with humans as well. There was one person that was a singer that I recently drew. Took about 15 hours so far, and I realized there is a lot of, I guess, allegations against this person. There's a lot of toxicity within, going back and forth between drama with it. And in order to protect my younger artist, or yeah, artist audience, the younger group here on my channel, I feel the need to either maybe, yes, post it and turn the comments off, or just not post it at all. Mainly because I really, really don't want any of you guys to get caught up in that whole situation. But who knows what I'll end up doing with the piece. I do have about 5 pieces right now I'm working on, and most of them are pretty much done, at least with the face. So we'll see what happens with that, guys. What is your dream job? Asking everyone. Well, of course, my dream job is getting into graphic design, which is kind of fun in an aspect because there's a lot of branches that go with that, like commercials or logo design and stuff like that. Of course, being a YouTuber and content creator is something for me as well too. I will never ever leave you guys, no matter what I get into with any field. I have been posting on YouTube for about 6 years now. So you guys kind of like a little art family for me. It's a little something on my screen there, guys. There it goes. I would like to do Halloween theme pieces for my live streams as well soon. I will have those planned very, very soon, trust me, because usually August through October is spooky season for me. I do have a couple ideas, but if I do that, that means this whole little food thing is going to be paused for a minute. Mine is storm chasing. Storm chasing is super fun. Dangerous, but super fun. I do kind of like watching those tornado chaser people on YouTube. There's this one guy I follow that like storm chases, but mainly focuses on tornadoes and stuff, and it's pretty awesome. I'm hoping that by next year I'm able to draw faster and put out more content for you guys. I know it's been a little bit slow so far this year, especially considering I got into realism, which it sucks, but it's also fun because I'm learning a new skill in art. But of course, I believe right now I scrapped maybe over 20 pieces so far, which is fine. It happens when you get into like new skills and you're learning. But hopefully by next year I'm able to, draw faster and put out more content for you guys. Welcome back, welcome back. All good things take time, absolutely. Sometimes when learning new things, it takes a lot of time, a lot of ups and downs. And then with art, of course, a lot of scraps, which is okay, because sometimes it does take time to actually practice such, something that's not even, you're used to doing. I was so used to drawing in my style for like the longest time. I honestly did not think I was able to kind of switch like that. And now that I'm into realism, it's kind of hard for me to even draw in my old style, which is kind of crazy. But of course, I'm fine with that. I do enjoy realism a lot now. If you guys have any ideas for any polls, let me know. Kind of just going to start blocking this in a little bit here. It's kind of the way to do it is start to block in some of those darker colors and then start to add in those lighter colors and then detail. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I will be live for maybe about 20 more minutes, guys. But don't worry, I will be doing another live stream soon. Still trying to block in some of that black here. This area right here, I'm not really worried too much about what exact red it is because I will be kind of covered up with that highlight. So I'm kind of just going to block this in here a little bit. I will be blending this out very soon. I'm just gonna try to get this tiny little area finished here. I think that's starting to look pretty good. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my blur brush or smudge brush. I like to use the round brush in painting at a low opacity. Any brush works fine for blending as long as it's not too high. If it's too high, it blends very muddy, very messy. If it's too low, you can't really blend anything. So making sure it's low enough to actually blend everything together. Hello, welcome. Just slowly working my way up. I could probably turn this up just a very tad bit. I forgot about the live. I was deeply distracted by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's perfectly fine. I will be live again sometime soon. Right now, I'm just working on blending. And of course, like always, when I'm done blending and I show you guys the piece, Then I give you guys time to ask me any questions or anything before I leave. This area, I'm being super, super careful. There is a lot more clumped up colors. Could probably add a little bit more of a dark red there. While snowboarding down a mountain with their shells. Just making sure there's not too much white peeking through. Oh, your nails are pretty long. I am working on growing them out. I do have to reshape them a little bit. I have hope, guys. Every single time I try to grow them out, they end up breaking somehow. But so far, I've been doing pretty good. Have you ever tried eating finger food with them by stabbing the food? Not with my actual nails, I don't think I have. I think I've tried that with acrylic nails whenever I got them done. Because it's just so satisfying for some reason. Acrylon. It's called acrylic, but there is other type of nails Obviously, you know, press-ons with the glue and stuff. That's pretty much what they're called when you go to an actual salon, is acrylic. It does take forever though. Kind of just fixing up some things here. I've only been to a salon maybe once in my entire life. I think I do have a little bit more blending to do with this. I could probably add maybe a little bit more of a darker red in some areas. Just going to add a few more brush strokes to this piece. And that's it for today, guys. So I'm actually very proud of getting myself to start working on the cherry because I do regret doing that. The details are definitely going to be super hard for me to do, but I'm sure I can find a good brush for that. Just fixing up a couple more things here. And I think that is pretty much it. Sometimes it's good to look back and forth at the reference to kind of see which things you have to change. And I'm going to leave it off like that. I think it looks kind of good so far, at least with this area. I feel like maybe it could be blended out a little bit more in some spots and maybe add a little bit more of a brighter red, maybe in this strip here. But so far, I think it's turning out alright. My little siblings are yelling at each other from the living room, and it's kind of funny. Just a little sub count update. We are still currently at 15,118. If you guys have any questions before I end live, feel free to ask me anything. Is that 5 times as much as it was 3 weeks ago? Definitely 5 times more. I was fluctuating between like 15,000 and like 30 to like 60 for like maybe like a week or two, which was kind of funny a little bit, kind of seeing it like go back and forth like that. And then finally I got out of that fluctuation zone. Where did you learn your realism techniques? I learned mine from traditional painters. So, funny thing, I kind of learned most of it myself, most of it. I do follow maybe a couple realism dictional artists here on YouTube and Instagram as well. I'm not exactly sure what their names are, but they are super, super talented, like beyond super, super good. And before I started doing realism in general, I was kind of doing like, I would say, realistic backgrounds for a minute. And that's kind of how I transitioned into realism. So I kind of just worked my way up, which is a great way if you're learning pretty much anything, is to take it at a slow pace and kind of work your way up from there. Because if you are like jumping straight into something, not really learning things like that, it kind of sucks. You don't really get anything out of it. And also making sure, like, if you guys are doing even traditional art, something, what is it called? The grid method. Yes, the grid method is also a great method if you are learning how to do realism or anything in general. If you have a reference piece, like for instance, I have the reference drawing right here. If you have it life-size, like comparable to the piece you're drawing, and you draw a grid on top of that, it kind of helps you learn each section of whatever you're drawing. So that does help a lot. And even making sure to kind of just look back and forth at it kind of helps you spot out differences and like, oh, well, I see a difference in this area, so let's go fix that. But yeah, I kind of just, last year, I kind of stopped drawing in my old style, and I was like really into backgrounds and like the beauty of nature and all that. So I kind of started doing working more with backgrounds. I was still kind of drawing in my style, like at least character-wise, but I was focusing more on realism backgrounds. So I was drawing, for instance, Christmas time, I did a Christmas landscape drawing, and I think I did maybe a lighthouse drawing from there. And then this year, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give drawing humans a go. And it turned out alright, my first realistic drawing for a human. It was alright, I would say that. You could definitely tell that some of it was like proportionally off, which is actually kind of funny looking back at it now. But throughout the entire time of this year from then, I can see so much progression. It's like beyond crazy. So making sure you guys practice, making sure you guys take enough time to actually, you know, go back at your art pieces and kind of look back and forth with it, you guys can see that progression a lot. Even if it's like something that you guys aren't even really like proud of, keep it, because trust me, looking back at it in the future is just, it's beyond crazy. And you definitely do get to see the progression from there as well. I'm hoping that by the end of this year, I'm able to kind of draw a little bit better with human eyes, maybe. I do struggle with that a little bit. And who knows, maybe I'll even be able to draw a little bit faster too. That's something that I hope and pray for, at least for next year, is being able to kind of draw at a faster pace, but not forcing myself to do that, if you guys get what that mean. Because forcing yourself to finish pieces, it kind of like throws off your creativity, I would say. And art exhaustion, guys, that is like, it's beyond a thing. Way beyond that. Sometimes art exhaustion like hits you for like a whole week and it's like, oh, I can't even finish this drawing. It's good to take breaks when you guys need it. When I draw, I struggle with the nose always. I think for right now, I think eyes are definitely like something that is like super difficult for me to do, but somehow I still manage to somewhat make it look realistic. Eyelashes too. Eyelashes are kind of complicated, especially if it's like a reference with very long lashes and they're like overlapping and stuff. It's like, oh, where do I even start, guys? Where do I start? There's always techniques for things like that too, guys. Like, I think I learned how to draw noses like a long time ago before even realism started for me. I kind of started with the 3-circle method. It's kind of like, let's see if I can get a darker color here, hold on. Like drawing a circle and then 2 smaller circles next to each other is kind of like how I learned how to draw noses. And it's the same thing with eyes. It's like a circle, maybe 2 triangles at the end. It's all really about shapes. And once you're able to map out shapes within pieces, you're able to actually progress with things like that. Like with this, you guys can tell this is probably like a circle, maybe 2 ovals stacked on top of each other and like a rectangle. So that's pretty much just about shapes and how you see the piece. Hair is also another thing that I have to work on as well. It is easier with the amount of brushes that I have though. I do have a lot of downloaded brushes for realism, like pore brushes and hair strand brushes and all of that stuff. I literally have everything. Hello, welcome. Am I late? You are just entering at the end of the live stream. I'm currently just answering questions, giving tips to artists here. It's usually what I do before I end the stream. Like I said earlier, guys, I will be working, or at least trying to work on the pieces I'm working on tonight. Hopefully I can get some drawing done. And hopefully I can get another video uploaded soon too. I kind of having like problems with uploading a little bit. It's like I'll upload perfectly fine and then YouTube compresses it and it's like overly sharpened and it's like, why YouTube? Yeah, don't worry about it. I will be live again soon. If I'm really feeling like it, maybe I'll do another live in the next few days. If not, usually it's on Saturdays. Alright guys, if you have any more last questions, feel free to ask me anything. I will be leaving here in the next few minutes. Also, I recently reached 31 subscribers. That's such a huge achievement. I love that. It does take such a long time to actually get to certain milestones. But it's really exciting to see like your channel progress throughout the years. It really is. Like sometimes I look back at my older videos. Don't make me laugh, Carlos. My older videos, there's one video I have up for like my 86 sub, 86 subs, happy this and this and that. But it was like such a horrible drawing. I'm pretty sure I still have that, but I have like 2 pieces from when I first started the digital art and I did not sign them at all because like I didn't think I was gonna keep doing digital art, so I never signed them. Pineapple pizza is good. What are we talking about, chat? You know, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like pineapple on pizza, but when I first tried it, I can't. It is really good. But of course, everybody has different taste buds, so can't really blame the people that don't like it. Alright guys, I am currently about to leave. I'm gonna read a couple more comments here. I got 31 subs on YouTube, but on Instagram I got 16 followers and I've never posted a thing, and not till 2 weeks ago I didn't even have a profile picture. Yeah, I think with Instagram it takes a lot more work to get subscribers, or sorry, followers. I'm not exactly sure with that though. I don't think I plan on posting anywhere else but YouTube because I've been posting on YouTube for such a long time. But we'll see, maybe in the future. Alright guys, I hope you guys have an amazing night or day wherever you guys are from. Currently I'm in... You guys are so funny. It's that time of night where it's like I'm so ready to pass out, I'm so ready to go to bed. But I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day wherever you guys are from, and thank you so much for tuning in on live. I will be posting another live schedule sometime soon, and it probably will for maybe next Saturday, probably. But that's usually in the community post section, so I will let you guys know. And I will see you guys next time.